Welcome back to Bee Loft by LipTac. Today is Tuesday, July 1st, 85 degrees Fahrenheit, 29 degrees Celsius. It is about 4:30 in the afternoon. We're going to try to pull our honey off of these 3 hives and check these other 2 hives real quick. And then we are going to try to get over to the garden apiary and pull honey from there. We should have plenty of time for that. It doesn't get dark here until like 9:30. Hate pulling it late in the day, but it's a little cooler now. It was a little bit warmer earlier, and so it's going to get pretty hot even this late. So we're going to get into these, and we'll show you how we do that. All right, so getting into the first hive here, we just had to pop off the inner cover. Had a few bees up top here. I didn't see any beetles, which is good. I don't see any beetles here. Anita doesn't see any beetles. She's operating the camera today. We're just going to put this off to the side there, and then we're going to use the Bee Quick. Bought this off of Amazon, and smells like cherries. The bees don't like the smell of it, and I just squirt it on this net, on this towel, paper towel. And then what I do is I just take the towel and I put it on top of the hive, and you can hear the bees not liking it. It pushes the bees down. I'm trying to push them down through all 3 of these boxes, and then I'm going to look in the deep box, see if I want to take any honey from there. So, and then I'm going to go on to the next one over here, do the same thing. Break this loose. Just take the lid off. Give them a little smoke again. Oh, wrong side. They're on this side. And then we just pop this off. I don't see any beetles there, but a lot of bees. I did bring some extra frames out here that if I want to swap out some of these frames. The only issue is that some of these are shallows and I only have medium frames. So, but we'll do the same thing. Take this. We'll just put this right on top. And it drives the bees down. You can hear them get a little loud. I think I'm going to just do 2 at a time and use this extra sheet to help cover more area. But I found that this method works really well because it pushes the bees out of the way. You're not shaking the bees. A lot of drones up here, which is pretty good. So we're just going to keep applying one more. Put this over here. All right, so we'll come back to you in just a minute and show you how it pushed the bees out. Okay, so I'm going to pull this box off now. And it looks like the bees have moved down. Just gonna get right up inside here. You can see there's like no bees there. So we can take that. Let me put this back on and push them down again. I'm going to grab the other hive here. Now I remember why I do have a queen excluder on here, and these drones that are up here couldn't get out. I did have some drone brood in this hive, so that's why these drones cannot go down. They're going nuts trying to get out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this off here. And I'm going to use a leaf blower to push them out of the way. Okay, so I just take the leaf blower and just blow them out gently. Usually I push them into the grass, but that's how I do that. And I'm just going to put these inside real quick before the bees get into them. Okay, so this is a 9-frame box deep, and I did it because the frames were getting a little thick and it was getting hard to get them in and out of here. Well, it's hard to lift this one out, so I have this frame grabber, and you just got to make sure it's loose on both ends. Grip tight on the grabber and then just pull straight up. Otherwise you risk tearing the honey open, which I'm still risking tearing the honey open because it is such a crowded hive. And we got lots of bees on this side and lots of bees, but it's not capped off enough. I really like to get this frame out. You can see how thick that is, and it's got all that extra comb on it. I really like to get this frame out of here because of this. So for now, I'm just going to move it over here, and I'm going to reassess what we got going on. I think this hive is requeening itself because I did find a couple of queen cells at the bottom of that last super. I ended up taking most of the frames of honey off of that, and I put some empty frames so I can put it back on top of here. Let's check this other frame and see if they have this one capped. Try not to squish the bees along the side wall here. You can see them all looking up at me. Find my smoker. Smoke them down just a little bit. So the little nuke over there, I did find, I think, a virgin queen. She was moving real fast, so I just closed it back up. Sorry I didn't get that on camera. Okay, this frame is capped. You can see that on this side and see that on this side here. So we're definitely going to take this frame out. Shake the bees off. Get my little brush. We're going to do a refractometer on this in a little bit. Make sure that our moisture level is in the right level. Otherwise, we're going to have to use the dehumidifier and a fan, blow air over it and dehydrate it. So let me get this out of here. Okay, so we're back into this hive here. I got that one frame away. Lots of bees in here. Trying not to damage them too much. Don't like hurting the bees. So, yeah, they're drawing this one nicely. I'm going to put this one further out to the edge. And then I got a whole frame of brood right here. So I'm just going to leave that there. I'm going to bring this frame back in. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is frame number 8. And they're getting ready to cap it. So I'm just going to drop it, set it right back where it was. My glove got stuck. Trying to leave enough room where they can cap it. Startled the bees there a little bit with that little drop. So let's give them a little bit of smoke. Smoker's about out of fuel. And I'm just going to put one frame back in here for them to draw right up against that. So, and I'm going to give them more room this way. And I'm going to put one of these beetle traps back in here. And I'm going to let that go for now. And we'll reorganize this later. If it's got too much honey in it, I'll relocate this honey to a hive that needs it later. But this actually has plenty of beetle traps in it. Let me take this one out. It doesn't need 3 in the same level here. This hive had a lot of beetles at the beginning of the year. And so I just put a bunch of traps in and it took care of them. You can see in this one here. I'm just going to bring that up to you so you can see. And then I'm going to just put this super back on top. Like I said, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 empty frames and 3 partially drawn. And we'll see what work they can do on this while we work on extracting. And then I can bring some fully drawn frames back in here. If they don't draw these out, I'll put a beetle trap up here. Didn't see any beetles today. Outstanding. I'm going to look in this hive real quick, and then we're going to move over to the garden apiary. So, just hold on a moment. Okay, so we're going to just look at this hive real quick. I think no, that's not the queen. I was going to say, I think I might see the queen. But, nope, it isn't. So let me just separate this real quick. A little lift here. Yep, they're starting to fill that up just a little bit. Some pollen on that side, some nectar on this side. Set that off to the side here. They're still drawing comb on this next frame. Yeah, here we go. Here's some brood. That's all we want to see out of this hive. Pull that up. Yep. We got some merging brood there. They're starting to backfill a little bit. So, I don't see the queen. Look on the other side real quick. Oh, there's the queen right there. Right there. You can see that. So let me get my queen catcher. I'm just going to leave this like that. Get my queen catcher. Where'd she go? Oh, there she's still on there. She's on the queen catcher. Get her back on the comb. There we go. Got my marker here. A little dot on her. Let it dry for a second. And lift that off of her. I like that way better than the one-handed queen catcher. As you saw last year when I smashed the queen, trying to release her. So I'm just going to put this back together. It's a very successful day with marking the queen. We're just going to close this off here, put the lid back on, and we'll go over to the garden apiary and pull the honey from there. We'll just do a quick video from there so it doesn't have to be too long. All right.